Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. Now, you notice my power on the top, that is because this is my alt account. In this video, I'm just going to show you a tactic, how you can actually have war in the Lost Kingdom. Now, I did mention in my previous video that it might just be Farmville, it might just be boring, no war and all that. But apparently that players are very creative, you know, players actually find ways, and they always find ways, and to actually enjoy some war, enjoy some battles, if that is something that you want to do. And I'm gonna show that a little bit later on. I'm gonna show the tactic and how is the way to do it, give you all the details about that. Now, before I'm gonna go there, I'm already on top of this is Kingdom 2, so I'm on top of them. I'm just watching from above. So I'm just gonna go on and show you, this is the Ruined Crusader Fortress. So they have not captured it yet. If I zoom out a little bit more, you can see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 connections to the Ruined Crusader Fortress. That means that they can rally it up to 6 times. So up to 6 rallies on that Ruined Crusader Fortress. I'm not sure if they have tried, but this is how hard it is to take it down. I'm not entirely sure what they are waiting for, because personally I think they are the strongest kingdom in this continent. I don't think that any kingdom they can actually oppose them. So they still haven't taken down the Ruined Crusader Fortress. That gives me a lot of concerns, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the territory color. Now, you notice when I click on it, it tells me that after choosing a kingdom territory color, territory controlled by this kingdom alliance in the Lost Kingdom will be displayed using a single unified color. So that is the only thing that will actually benefit you from. And then if I want to choose it, it says kingdom territory color may only be rebuilt. Alright, so you need the Crusader Fortress in order to rebuild it. But I'm just going to show something very interesting. Alright, so I'm just going to position this over here, and now I'm just going to pop the picture. There you go. So this is how they actually see it. So the players that are in the first continent, Kingdom 1 to 8, this is how they see the Kingdom 2 or any other kingdom that has a assigned color. And this is the assigned color. You see that this is Kingdom 2, so Kingdom 3 is green, 7 is blue, 8 is purple, and 6 is pink. That is the exact color that players from the first continent, they see it. Now, that gives me beliefs that the game, they just assigned them random colors. They just wanted to make sure that it's working, because the Lost Kingdom in a couple of days, or a week or so, is gonna be released on a lot of other continents. I think they just want to make sure that this the random color thing is actually working, because the Ruined Crusader Fortress is like the first thing that you will be able to attack, considering other couple buildings which are very easy to take down. So this is how they see it. This is the assigned color, even if they didn't take the Ruined Crusader Fortress. I believe this is just for the purpose of testing. So yeah, this is Kingdom 2. They are all yellow. This is live feed. So this is how we see it, or any players that is observing the first continent, and this is how it actually is. The players that are actually playing in that particular continent. Now, how does this help you if you have this yellow color? You know, because you're probably wondering. Well, first of all, you cannot help in building flags or alliance fortresses from another alliance. So that does not help you. Doesn't mean that you are one alliance. It's still each alliance individually. It's just that the color is changing. It's just the display color. That's all. That's it. There's no other difference. It's still your alliance. You cannot teleport on other alliance territory. It does not work, or at least I was told like that. So that is very, very important that you want to mention. Another couple of things, since we are on this particular subject. Let me just zoom in somewhere. For example, these two alliances they are from the same kingdom. So let's take 1-on-1 and Imp. So these two alliances, they are from the same kingdom. If they want, they can attack each other. So if there is a 1-on-1 player on an Imp territory, the Imp can attack the 1-on-1 player. So I hope you're trying to understand what I'm trying to say. You can still attack people from your kingdom. So even if you have the same color, you can still attack people from your same kingdom. It's not like no friendly fire. Friendly fire still exists. So that particular color is just for display. So if you want to still have war with your own kingdom while you're in the Lost Kingdom, because they build a fortress or something like that, you can still do that. You can still beat the people. But the city rule is still applies. So if 1-on-1 player is on his own territory, as long as that territory is effective, so as long as that area is not going ineffective, you cannot attack his city. So the city rule still applies. I'm just trying to give you as much of, you know, as important information, because you're probably gonna wonder when you're gonna get there. So who is that? That is A01. Wow, they just simply shut down FFU. Now let's get back to some more interesting information, which is obviously how you can war in the Lost Kingdom. Now you're noticing on this particular area, which is F and U, which they literally just shut down this particular alliance, which is GTN, or am I wrong? No, that is PL, I suppose. That is PL alliance. Yeah. So they completely shut down this alliance. Because it's unsealed, I mentioned in the previous video, it's semi-protected, you cannot attack it. So even if you have a flag next to it, like FU, they have a flag next to it, they cannot attack it because it is unsealed. So you cannot invade yet another kingdom. But if you still want to battle, this is the way you can do it. Now this particular alliance, RKN, they had a bunch of flags around here. You can already see that some of them are going ineffective because GRR, they just built an alliance fortress. So they built an alliance fortress, they started burning the flags. Now what happened after they discontinued the flags? Because that was the main important thing. So after they discontinued the flags, the other areas, they went ineffective. Now because they went ineffective, the city rule did not apply. Their cities were on ineffective ground, and what did they do? They just burned every single player that was not present. Now this particular strategy, it also has a couple of hiccups. Now the reason I'm saying a couple of hiccups is because you need to build an alliance fortress. Now that depends on your tech. If your tech is low, it can take you up to 6 hours to build an alliance fortress, which is quite a lot of time. If you have like max war tech, I believe is around 2 hours. Even 2 hours, that is a very long time, and you might agree with me. If your cities are like very far away, imagine the amount of march speed you need to get there to, let's say, first reinforce, because if they are active and they're gonna counter you, you know, their cities are gonna be there, they can keep replenish troops. It's gonna be very easy for them if they have the healing, they have the speed ups or whatever, or if they have the online players to actually counter you. So for them it's very easy to battle with you, but for you to keep replenishing your troops or keep bringing troops is not gonna be very easy. So this is why I'm saying that it can have hiccups. But if it's like a surprise attack and they don't notice it in time, or the kingdom is not noticing in time to, let's say, maybe help them or reinforce them, then you can actually have some fun and burn some cities. So yeah, this can be a way to actually war in the Lost Kingdom by, I don't know, using a dummy alliance or using an alliance that has a lot of resources. Just build an alliance fortress, you know, discontinue their flag from a very important point. Once you discontinue their flag, any cities that will not realize, then Bada boom. Or booyakasha. Kaboom. So you can still have some fun. That is the point. But again, if they counter you, then it's not easy. It's not easy to keep sending troops. Anyway, that's pretty much about it. What I want to mention in this particular video. I just want to explain about the core. I just want to explain that you can still attack people in your own kingdom, and I just want to show you a strategy that it can actually work if you want to battle with other kingdoms. Now, in addition to this, I can add another small thing. Because this particular kingdom, now they own that pass, but there's no way they can teleport, because you cannot teleport on neutral ground. I mentioned that in the previous video. So you cannot teleport on neutral ground. Now that particular kingdom is pretty shut down from this side. So wherever they want to go on this side, they have to start attacking them. Now if they attack them, they obviously gonna notice. So on this side, if this particular kingdom, I'm not sure, I believe it might be Kingdom 4. If Kingdom 4 they actually want to go on this side, they can only go by battling. And I would say that it's very hard for them, because they haven't took all their passes. So they're still struggling with the passes. Now that I mentioned about the passes, I can tell you that they're not very hard to take down. So the passes, they're not very hard, but they require T5 players. They require max research. And another important thing that I can add on that, so when you want to take the passes, I was gonna do a specific videos, but I can mention in this video. So in order to take these passes, you see that it says Alliance None, so nobody has occupied it, because you have like 4 minutes. That's the time you have to take it down, 4 minutes. And you could send 2 rallies if you have like 2 alliances to it, but it works better with 1 rally. So on one side of the gate, you can have 3 marches at a time, that including a rally. So if you include a rally, then you can take out a march. So there's only 3 marches that can hit from one side. So the way I've seen it, that the kingdoms are actually doing it, is by using 1 rally, which is cabs. So Minamoto and Double C, they are your best friends in the Lost Kingdom because of the barbarian damage. So if you go, let's say, where is it? Minamoto. There you go. Minamoto has 50% more damage to barbarians. Double C has 50% more bonus damage to barbarians. So that is very, very helpful. Minamoto and Double C are like the best things in the Lost Kingdom. They used 1 rally, full cabs, reinforce the rally all the time, make sure is on top, and then 2 marches of T5 next to the rally and 3 marches of T5 from this side. That is the best way to take it down. On top of that, there is the alliance skill, guys. This one is commander experience and attack, but how about this one? Damage dealt to barbarians and other neutral units, 30%. So you use this buff, you have it for a couple of hours, plenty of time for you to take down a pass or any objectives. So everything that you want to plan in your Lost Kingdom, the objectives that include barbarians, you want to time it with this particular buff, because it's 30% more damage to barbarians or other neutral units is specified, which this is a neutral unit or a barbarian, one of them. Is gonna help you a lot. Now the next thing that's gonna help you a lot is if you're struggling. So if you're struggling, there you go, Arabia. So if you're struggling to take down the objectives, you have the Arabia, guys. Damage dealt to barbarians and other neutral units, an extra 10%, and damage dealt by rallied armies, another 5%. Cavalry attack, another 5%. So this is a pure civilizations that could help you 100% on taking down those objectives. So Arabia, this is the one. So if your tier 5 players or your alliance is having hiccups with taking down the objectives, then you definitely want to consider switching to Arabia. It's 10,000 gems if you don't have a token, and you have special memlocks with Minamoto and Double C, and the buff that I just showed you, well, that's, you know, pretty much everything that can help you. Obviously, there is more alliance technology that can help you on this particular journey to take down the barbarian objectives. Is the regular army and the regular army. So that's 10%, and that's another 15%. So all these bonuses, they can help you take down the passes, or at least the buff, the alliance buff, or the alliance skill, and then the civilization. They will definitely help you. It is a lot of bonus damage, and you want to take profit from it. Now that's about it. That's too long. Until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing out. Peace out, yo, and take care.